What is up, my bodyweight warriors, and welcome back to another video and the first vlog of 2019. And no better way to start 2019 than kind of get a little bit ill. I was doing so well, everyone else was getting ill around me. I thought I'd managed to avoid it, and then last week I just kind of got ill. So I've taken the past 4 days off completely, haven't trained at all, just been doing a little bit of moving and stuff. I actually feel completely fine today. I still sound ill, but it's just because I've got a little bit of a cough and stuff. According to my Aura ring, everything is on the up. I've got good readiness. I had good sleep last night. I feel generally good to go. So we're gonna ease back into things today with a nice, gentle one-arm handstand session, of which I'm gonna take you through because this is Road to One-Arm Handstand episode 2. So we are all set to go. We've got the coffee. We also have the post-workout chocolate whey by Bulk Powders, some creatine, that's all up in here. And then I'm also gonna have, obviously, freshly squeezed orange juice. That's pretty much my go-to post-workout at the moment. I forgot to mention that all the workshops are now live for the US tour, and we've only got, as I'm speaking currently, we've got 1 ticket left for Washington. We've got some tickets left for New York. I think there's some left for Denver, and the LA one has just gone live. So if you want to join us in the US in March 2019 to do some hand balancing, some bodyweight skills, and all of that good stuff, the link will be in the description down below. Catch you there. What are you doing? Now, I was going to make this video about when to train if you're ill, and the answer just generally is no. It doesn't make sense. Just get better and then start training when you feel well. Today, just light handstand session, as I said, going to a local CrossFit gym. I get asked all the time about climbing and why I don't do it. I used to climb for years. I used to boulder a lot. I used to climb to about 6C/7A outside and a little bit less sport grade, but I stopped when I had my elbow injuries because I just couldn't. And I haven't really got back into it since, and because I spend so much time now doing hand balancing and other training, I just literally don't have the time or the recovery capacity to do climbing as much as I'd love to. So as I mentioned, I haven't actually trained handstands for like 4 or 5 days, so it tends to be a little bit dodgy first session back. So we kind of start with basics, the same old head in tuck, more tuck work, straight line work, getting the shoulders in place. And I tend to find that it takes like 5-10 sets, and then at that point I'll be warmed up and I can kind of tell if it's going to be a good or a bad session. It might seem like it's a bad session initially, and it takes like those 10 sets to get warmed up, and then it actually feels somewhat decent. So I'm not sure how today feels. It's there or thereabouts. More basic stuff, more tuck, more pike, and then we'll work on some flagging. One of the main things I notice when I am ill, or like if I've just been ill, is that everything gets much tighter. Kind of CNS wise, everything tightens up, and like trying to do middle splits, trying to do anything remotely that requires some sort of flexibility just feels absolutely horrific. So in terms of actually how handstands are progressing since this is episode 2, they're going good, better than expected. We're still doing the basics, still doing the tuck work, some pike stuff, but actual one arm is feeling so much better. The main reason for that is kind of, I've been focusing less on just being strong enough and having to push. That was the biggest thing for me. When I was moving to one arm, it felt more like I was trying to do like a 1 rep max overhead, trying to push tool and hold that position. Because now I have the strength and I don't have to think about pushing, I can just like focus on balancing. I've had a few holds here and there. Things are feeling so much better. Things have just kind of clicked over Christmas. But although you see these like kind of hovering holds and lighter holds, it's still a long way off actually holding a one-arm handstand. It's more like a controlled full at this point. But if I could hit something by middle of this year, I'd be super happy at this point. Left arm feels more solid in like support. I get more of a flag, which feels good, but it feels a long way off actually holding. Not today. Not today.
Eventually.
Not a bad post-workout walk location. Got some orange juice as well. I just felt bad for Archie being stuck in the car for the past hour, so I need to let him stretch his legs. So yeah, that was kind of the handstand session, first session back in like 4 days. Today's session was very average, like 5 out of 10 in terms of how well I was performing. But that's kind of expected when having 4 days off and still feeling a little bit ill. It definitely gets more intense when you're upside down, like all the blood and mucus is kind of rushing to your head. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned when it comes to hand balancing, is that not every session is your personal best session. Out of 10 sessions, you maybe get 1 or 2 that are exceptional and are really good and you feel like you can do anything. You maybe get 1 that's really bad and you just can't do anything, and then the rest kind of falls somewhere in between that point. One of the biggest things for making continual progress with the handstand for me is just understanding those sessions and identifying them and then adapting the session to fit that. So for example, today I focused a little bit more on some basic stuff, some flag hold, some fingertip support, some tuck, some pike, things that I know I can do and hold. If it was a really bad day, I might actually take that back to the wall. And if it's a really good day, I might go for some more advanced stuff, some more block work, some more fingertip support stuff. And if you can learn to adapt your sessions and make the most out of every single one and make every single session, regardless of if your balance is good or bad, a good session, a productive session, your results will be that much better. You don't need to push yourself and expect to be at a certain level, accept where you are on that day and make the most out of it. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the vlog for today. I've now got to go and edit this video and post it tonight because I've been ill and haven't been able to make a vlog up until this point. So I hope you enjoyed this handstand episode. This is episode 2. This series is not going to be very frequent. It's going to be sort of once every month, every 6 weeks, because if I did it every week, it would just be like, hey guys, I'm doing the exact same thing again and again and again. That's basically handstand training. So I'm going to give it a little bit more space in between so you can see the progress. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and support the channel. If you have any questions about hand balancing, about this episode, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Right next to it also is that subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on any more of this series or any more future videos. Join the Bodyweight Warrior tribe. But that has been it for this week, guys. I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a strong week and peace.